Birds asleep amidst the trees. Bats all a swaying in the breeze. But one so light, anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags, and wraiths. For your dolly Polly sleep has flown. Don't dare let her tremble alone, for the witcher, heartless cold, paid in coin of gold. He comes, he'll go, leave naught behind but heartache and woe. Deep, deep woe. It's all silent for the night. Cows turned in as daylight dies. But when so light, anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags, and wraiths, my dear Dolly.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Haunted Connection show. So we're bringing this to you from the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre in Hinckley, and we're going to be discussing all things tonight. Everything, demons, angels,
anything
fairies,
you want to talk
aliens,
about, we
whatever
will
you
talk.
like. Yeah, so we're throwing it wide open. So as usual, put all your thoughts, comments, experiences, anything you don't want down in the comments, and we will do our best to give you a good show.
Any questions, ask and we will answer.
We'll try to.
We'll try. There's quite a few watching, which is nice. We've not been here for a few weeks, have we?
No, because there's things been going on, isn't there?
Lots been going on.
I think last week we couldn't do it because the studio was so hot, because we were all frying last week, weren't we?
We were cooking.
Yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed the sunshine, and I hope you all stayed out the sun if it bothers you too much.
Apparently it's coming back.
Yeah, that's okay.
This weekend.
It is summer. It is
scorching.
It is what it does.
There'll be no water. So, what should we start with? Go on, Jane. You start then. I'll throw it over to you as always.
Okay. Well, let's start. Well, we'll sort of chat about a few things, and then you can just throw in comments if you want to, or just throw in questions. So we actually went to the woods on Sunday. We rebranded the Demon Files. So we've probably done 2 Demon Files since that have been recorded. They've not actually been live. So we went to the woods, and we had a really good night, didn't we?
Last night, to me, was the best one we've ever done. I think we've done some really good Demon Files, as you know, if you watch it. If you don't watch it, why not? But last night, Sunday night was the best.
Yeah, it was
by far.
We were in the woods, and we had the pentagram on the ground, and we had herbs and feathers and crystals all on the pentagram with the candles, and it was a really good experience. And I still can't get over the sky. The sky was lilac.
Yeah.
And it was just mind blown.
It was fantastic. The communication we were getting was amazing. We changed it a little bit Sunday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like I say, it's not live. It was. Annette says, "Oh, I missed that. I'll have to catch up." It's not on live, Annette. We are going to go. We think the Demon Files, or the Demon Connections now it's going to be called, because we can't actually use the Demon Files. It's somebody else has used that. It is actually going to be going onto a paranormal network. So we're looking forward to that. So what's the Paranormal Network, Jane? Because you
I don't know,
leaked it
because it's a
out.
secret, or it was until I blurted it out
Jane
yesterday.
let it out last. Okay, now, we'll tell you tonight.
It was a secret.
Demon Connections is going to go on the Paraflix Paranormal Network, which comes from America, obviously, but it goes all around the world. So we're going to get a bigger audience, and I think the Demon Connections is important enough for more people to see.
Yeah.
So that's where it's going to go.
So you will see it, but just not yet.
Not yet. We will tell everyone. I've got to get the footage to Luke, who's going to do his magic and make it look really nice and professional. As soon as it's accepted by Powerflix, it'll be going out, and obviously we will tell everybody when it's coming out with plenty of notice, so you won't miss it.
Yeah.
So we're very excited. I know we're going to get some keyboard warriors after us,
and there'll be some backlash and some Bible bashers, and there'll be all sorts, but
we know there will be. But what we've learned, and hopefully what you guys have learned since we've started the Demon Files, is that we've been lied to all these years. We still got it here.
I mean, it just made me laugh then, because we do have people coming in the shop every now and again that come in and praise the Lord and all this stuff. And the last chap that came in actually called Neil an abomination because of the Demon Files. And then somebody also sent us a message saying that me and Neil were irresponsible for doing the Demon Files, because obviously we're letting all the demons out to affect all the public. And then that's when you turn around and said, "Oh, that's great. I'm now an irresponsible abomination." It's just
not everyone gets good. Not everyone's title. It's mine.
Yeah.
We'll give you a little hint what happened last night. To me, was the best bit.
Yeah.
This demon last night towards the end, because you were letting him come close to you, weren't you?
Yeah.
And what was his words? He's going to send us a butterfly in gratitude.
Yeah, in gratitude for us communicate, for what we did. He was going to send us a butterfly into the centre.
But before we stopped filming, a white butterfly came down.
Yeah.
Went all around us. There was Jane, myself, Amy, and Aunt. Julie couldn't make it last night. This butterfly flew all around us.
Yeah, and it did actually sort of just stop on my hand.
Yeah.
And then it went. But even when we were coming out of the woods, it was still sort of flying around me.
Yeah. So was that a coincidence? Could well be. But we don't know. It was strange to me for a demon to say he is going to send us a butterfly in gratitude for what we're doing. It was a really good
night. It was a good night.
Okay, let's put some comments up. I'll get to Sarah's in a minute because that's different sort of subject. Annette says, yes, good idea. More should see it. Thank you, Annette. Linda says, just ignore them, guys. Annette says, don't need to let them out. They're already here living form by the looks of the world.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Some people are just absolutely terrible at the minute.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? Okay, then. Sarah says, Jane, are there any rules we should know about regarding the Fae? It's an interesting one.
I would just always say, just be very, very respectful. I think that the Fae are more damaging than the demons, in my experience, because if you get on the wrong side of the Fae, they can make your life an absolute hell. And we have been to several houses, haven't we?
Yeah.
Checking out houses, and in a couple of those, the Fae have been upset, and we have had to, just sort of sort that out. And the people have come back to us afterwards saying, yeah, all the activity's gone, it's all finished. But getting on the wrong side of the Fae can be a bit of a nightmare. So I would just say, always stay respectful. Always, if you're working with the Fae, if you can, give them a small offering. Always thank them. Always have that gratitude there. And you shouldn't really get many problems.
But that goes with anything, though, doesn't it? Gratitude.
Yeah.
No, the demon last night and all the others that we've worked with, it's like they're giving us gratitude for
gratitude
what we're doing.
is one of the most amazing emotions that you can have. And I mean, anybody can look this up. If you look up the heart it's where it's where you sort of join your heart and your brain together, and you slow your breathing down, and you can do some really good healing on yourself. And I've done this lots and lots of times. And if you emanate sort of this feeling of gratitude, the inner peace and the healing that comes to you is just amazing. If you sit there when you're sitting on your own, just try that feeling of gratitude for everything around you, your family, your friends. You may not enjoy your job, but it's the opportunity to at least you've got a job. It's that sort of it's that gratitude for having everything around you that you have and feeling grateful for it. And you try emanating gratitude, and that inner peace that comes is just amazing.
So that's our big piece of news. The Demon Files is going to go onto the Paraflix network, subject to them thinking it's good enough for their network. But I've seen some of the other footage on the network, and as is videos tend to be basically the same to me, and I want to do something different. It's the same team going to different haunted locations,
doing the same thing, asking the same questions.
A team will tend to use the same piece of equipment and techniques no matter where they go. And I think the Demon Files is going to be completely different. We're inviting a demon in to chat with us, I know full well we are going to get some backlash from it. But any of you are watching watch the Demon Files, you know it's not what people think the demons are.
And so far we've done, from start to finish, we have done 17 of these Demon Files.
Yeah.
And so far we have not had any bad encounters with anything.
No.
There's nothing fearful or scary, or I mean, if anything, the feeling that we got on Sunday night was a very encouraging.
As soon as we walked into the woods,
in that little space that we're in, the atmosphere was just amazing. It was welcoming. It was encouraging. It was rejuvenating, and it just doesn't sit in the same place where Christianity has been telling us that demons are really bad for us.
No. The one downside, it's an American network. No disrespect to the Americans, if there's any from America watching. I think they tend to view demons definitely different to the way we view them. They're all evil, and
but then
Zach Bagans hears a growl, it's a demon. It's going out to possess him. They're not so far in our experiences. They're not.
But I do think the American paranormal is completely different from ours. We have completely different histories.
Yep, I've just finished my tea. But with us, we will try different experiments. Like last Sunday night, we were in the woods because the demon, I can't remember his name, Dacarabus?
Dicarabia.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because he sort of deals with the woodlands and the birds and the herbs. Jane suggested we film that one in the woods, and that's what we did. We'll change our methods to whoever we're inviting.
Yeah, because we want to encourage the demon to come forward as much as possible. So we will do everything we can to put in the environment, or bring things that will encourage him to come through.
But it was fascinating Sunday night. Vicky says, love the Demon Files. Thank you. Annette says, Demon Files will be snapped up. It's totally different to anything else. Thank you, Annette. I have looked at copyright and the name, you know.
Mm.
500 quid.
Oh,
500 quid. Anyway, never mind.
mind you, I suppose if you probably did that and you got your own merch going,
Yeah.
your merchandise.
Sarah says, Miss Sunday, sorry, can I view the feed anywhere? Okay, you're obviously a little bit late, Sarah. We're not doing the Demon Files as a live now. We are doing them recorded. We're recording everything. And then we're going to make a video out of it. Luke will make a video, and we are going to be broadcasting. It's going to be called Demon Connections from now on. I know we're going to keep calling it Demon Files. We've just got to be careful because we did it Sunday and we had to film it again, didn't we?
Yeah.
They are going to go onto the Paraflix network, which is a worldwide network for the paranormal. They only have paranormal shows on there. So we're very excited. So you can't see the footage at the minute. As soon as Luke's done the video, we've just got to film the little bit of ending because we're going to bring something new into it as well, which is going to be fantastic. So that's where the Demon Files or Demon Connections is going to go on the Paraflix network. You have to subscribe to it, but it's only something like £3.99 a month, so it's not going to break the bank.
It's all very exciting.
And there's lots of paranormal shows on there. There's literally dozens and dozens of that's all. All I tend to watch now is Paraflix or YouTube. YouTube is doing my head in because of the adverts. So
is there no adverts on Paraflix?
No adverts on Paraflix. It's view on demand. Cool. So you just bring it up. There's lots of different things, and you just click on it. No adverts, and you just play it. So okay. So it says, sounds interesting. Sorry, a bit out of touch lately. Had a lot of family stuff to deal with. I hope you're okay, Sarah. Biff says $2.96 a month. Just looked.
Oh, cool.
Even better. Even better. And it says it's worth waiting to watch. I love the Demon Files. Thanks, Annette. I know you've been watching from the start, haven't you? Can you remember the first one, Jane?
Yeah.
The first, Jane had this idea to lockdown.
Yeah.
And I said, well, if we're going to do it, we're not going to do the first one live because we didn't know what was going to happen.
Well, I was just doing so much reading during lockdown. As obviously a lot of you know, I wasn't very well during lockdown, but I was just doing so much reading, and I was reading lots and lots of stuff about demons and all sorts. I'm just thinking, hang on a minute, this doesn't sound right because we're supposed to be evil and demonic and that sort of thing. So I did say to Neil, we ought to do some sort of program to actually expose the truth, our truth and what we find and our experiments and everything else. So
and that's what we did. So we recorded the first one, didn't we?
Yeah, and it's been one of the best things that we've done. And
since then, I said this to you the other day. Since we started the Demon Files, regular ghost hunting, to me, it's just for me, it's pretty boring stuff now.
Yeah, well, you've obviously advanced onto like another level, haven't you?
I just want to do the next Demon File.
Yeah, I do think the paranormal world does have lots of different levels, in lots of different sort of areas, and it's what different path you follow.
I'm guessing this is Bloss. You had a haircut, man. Yeah, I have. It's a good one and all, isn't it? It cost me 14 quid. So I said, keep cutting a bit more off and make it last longer.
Then he charged you 16 because it took him twice as long.
You don't sit down now. Mind you, my hair's going that thin on sides.
Oh dear.
Getting old. So that's what's happening with the Demon Files. They've not stopped. In fact, they're getting bigger
and better.
Bigger and better. We've got new experiments to try on them. Yeah, I won't tell you too much about Sunday. You have to wait and watch.
Sunday.
Last Sunday when we filmed.
Oh, last Sunday. Yeah, I thought you've got another one coming up.
We have actually this Sunday, haven't we?
No, thought it was the
Was Sunday after?
14th,
Okay.
isn't it?
Okay.
You
I
got
don't
me
know.
thinking now.
This is Bloss. Very nice, almost bold.
White walls.
Yeah, I used to have lovely red hair.
Flowing ginger
I'm
locks when you were head banging.
I used to go ahead banging. I'm not going to say it started falling out when I got married because Julie might be watching. So yeah, that's the Demon Files. We're very excited by it. Hopefully, Biff said it's only £2.96 a month. Obviously, if you want to download it now, watch the other stuff before as we go on. That's okay. But if you want to wait till we're on, it's even better. You won't be bored. And we're ready for the backlash. I think we'll be banned from the southern states of America. I don't think they'll let us in. So, any more questions? Please.
About anything.
About anything. So we're actually going out with Julie in September, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we're going to start on another project that we talked about doing 4 years ago.
Yes, that's right. 28th of September, we're actually piloting a trial outing, if you like, that we've had the idea for the last 4 years. We've just not got it. We've just not got it off the ground. But 28th September is going to be the first one.
I know it's been a long time, but we did have COVID for 2 years.
Yeah.
You had about a year's holiday.
Yeah. I did, even fact longer than that. Wasn't it a 2-year holiday?
2-year holiday.
And the time just wasn't right, was it? But now the time is right.
It is, and we're again, this is another different show that will be going on Powerflix as well.
Yeah, and we also have another idea for another show where we're out and about, which will be hopefully all coming about. Maybe. Well, I'd like to get it started later this year, but with everything going on with Powerflix, I was just going to say the Parameet. With the Parameet and other things at the minute, it may be the new year. Okay.
Lots of things. Sarah says, is Powerflix an app? Yes, it is, Sarah. I've got it on my phone, so you can watch it on your phone or the computer, or if you've got one of these smart TVs, you get on there. So yeah, it's that sort of TV viewing is just going to get bigger. Now, the likes of BBC and ITV, they are on the way out, in my opinion. It's TV on demand, so you can watch. For example, you can watch our Demon Connections anytime you want, whether it's on your TV, your mobile phone, your computer.
You haven't got to be sitting on your settee at 9 o'clock on a Thursday night, and it just gets played the once. You're not going to be missing it. You can just watch it whenever you want to watch it.
To me, the best thing about it is not one advert. Whether that changes in the future, I can't say. I've not got control of Powerflix, but we'll say there's no adverts. Biff says, or £25.94p a year plus 3-day free trial. So £25, say £26, that's 50p a week-ish. 50p a week. That's not bad going. Annette says, laugh out loud. I had the American God Squad following me, telling everyone I was into black magic. I'm not. They were just shadow cards.
Yeah, we've had people call us devil worshippers, black magic
abominations.
Yeah. What's the other one? Black magic, devil worshippers, and
Satanists.
Satanists. That's it. We just laugh very loud.
We're not. We just want to find the truth, and like everyone who's watching the Demon Files, No one can say they've been bad.
It's we live in a society really that we're supposed to have free speech.
Yeah.
And it still amazes me sometimes how in this modern age where people think that they can impose their own beliefs onto other people and make other people actually think the same as you. I'm following my own path, so what am I supposed to give all that up and be like you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah says, cool, I think I need to get a smart TV. Laugh out loud. Yeah, do it, Sarah. Excuse me. Annette says, £25 a year, that's nothing. It's really not. It's 50p. That,
I mean, if you compare that to a TV license.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. You don't need a TV license to watch it either. I think this is Bloss. Facebook user says no such thing, Jane.
Free speech, yep.
Unfortunately,
you say what you think, you offend so many people, whether it's right or wrong.
Yeah. So Linda says totally agree, Jane. So yeah, Annette says what's a TV license? So that's what's happening to the demon files. They've not gone away. In fact, they're going to get, like we said, they're going to get bigger and better. And we're prepared for the backlash because it's only going to be a backlash if they don't watch it, isn't it? Because once they watch it and think, oh, these guys are talking some sense, and
I think once you've watched a couple, that's when you sort of get. If you watch one, you maybe just. But if you watched a couple and actually see what we're trying to do, I think it will make a lot more sense.
Yeah. So, any more comments? So the network is called Powerflix. It's an app, you can download it anywhere. Like Biff said, it's £26 a year. It's not just us going to be on there. There's dozens and dozens. Okay, the vast majority are from America, but it's an American network.
Yeah.
There's quite a few from Britain. And there's some really good ones. Biff says just signed up at £19.45.
What, for the year?
For the year?
That sounds really good.
That's disgusting.
Bargain.
So, Powerflix Network is only £19.45 according to Biff.
Is there some sort of special deal on or something?
Don't know.
Mm.
So that's what's happening with the demon connections. Bigger, better, and after Sunday, they are so willing to work with us. It's unreal. And Biff says, see prior comment. Oh, you get a 3-day free trial. So you can't beat that. Jude says, better late than never, watering the plants. I hope you didn't use all the water, Jude. I think we're going to be on the standpipes.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, 1976?
Yeah, do. I'm to take my bucket out into the street.
We're all moaning about the temperatures. In 1976,
yeah,
it was 10 weeks of hot, and we had standpipes. We couldn't use the water out of the taps.
Didn't we?
There was no water in the taps, so you had to standpipe in the road.
I'd only be 10 years old then. You'd be a bit older, wouldn't you?
I was 16, yeah.
Yeah, and the wagons filling up with all the water on the back.
Yep. Good days. Okay. Sarah says, sounds amazing. Looking forward to the demon connections. Thanks, Sarah. Jude says, using a 1 litre pot. So we are going to have at least 3 different shows on Powerflix.
Yeah. So it's going to be quite an exciting time, isn't it, running up to Christmas? Because we have got quite a few things going on. one of the demon. I'm just going to say this, just sort of only a little bit.
Okay.
One of the demon files, which won't be the next one, the one after. We will actually be in Pendle, won't we?
We will.
And we're going to do some experiments there in Pendle. So that will be an exciting one.
And we are going to do lots of live feeds from Pendle Hill.
Yeah. So hopefully Neil might get dragged around the quarry a bit and we can keep the cameras running.
Swiftly moving on. Linda says, my brother was sent out with a bucket to queue up.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bloss says she was pregnant. And Hammer says, I. Laugh out loud. Yeah, we are going to go Pendle Hill. How many? That's only a few weeks
August
away.
Bank Holiday we go Pendle Hill.
It's about 4 weeks away.
It's not far, is it?
About 4 or 5 weeks away. Well, it's not long.
How exciting.
We're looking forward to going Pendle Hill. We will be doing lots of live feeds from Pendle Hill. Subject to signal. I think Pendle's okay. But I don't think we'll get anything up the hill. But we will go in the hill. We will go to the quarry. We will go to the reservoir. It'll probably be empty by the time we get there. And we will go to the forest.
Yeah.
And the cemetery is quite active, apparently.
Yeah. Well, we will find out.
Jude says, booked for the 23rd for a talk on workhouses and the ghost hunt. Thanks very much, Jude. That's with Penny. I'd love to go Pendle.
Yes, because then we're in September, aren't we? And then we've got the Parameet.
Yeah.
So again, there's lots going on.
So we're going to meet Jude with Penny. Can't wait for the Pendle blogs. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Pendle Hill. I have been before, but it wasn't the same.
And then we will have, I'm just in the process of sort of finishing it, but we will have a new piece of equipment that we'll be taking with us and trialing.
Yeah.
And if it works, I may do a few and actually sell them.
Yes, this piece of equipment I was told about during a dream, and that's why we're going to Pendle, a witch came to me in a dream over a few nights, says, we're going to go to Pendle Hill and use this. And she told me what it is. Told Jane, and you thought, yeah, we'll do this.
I knew what that was, yeah. Yeah, I knew what it was. So
that's going to be exciting. We'll have to use that in the hotel rooms.
I can use it in yours.
No. No. Sarah said exciting, and that will be streamed live. So I think I'll get mobile signal in a hotel. And it says, sounds very interesting. Yeah, we can't wait. It's going to be a good couple of days, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So, Ian says, I've just looked at Powerflix on the App Store and it's saying £31.99 a year. Am I looking at the wrong one?
Perhaps Biff could drop the link in after. Or Neil could perhaps drop the link in afterwards.
Yeah, let me find it and I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, keep talking, Jane.
Blah 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 blah.
As you can see, we do plan these shows. I'm just going to get Powerflix up, and you'll see what it looks like.
Yeah. So while Neil's doing that, we'll have a bit of.
I found it.
I know he's found it.
It is that one.
Which one we're looking at?
It is this one. Powerflix. It says XPX on the top. So
you might need to put your phone down a bit. It's a bit high. Oh.
It's difficult doing like this.
Which one?
It's this one.
Oh, okay. Your phone's going dark.
It's got XPX in the corner, Powerflix, the streaming, Paranormal Plus. So that's where we're going anyway. Bloss says, not dreams again, poor Julie. Linda says, busy times ahead. Yeah. Jude says, does anyone use Paratech? I have seen it.
I think I've got that on mine.
Never used it, to be honest.
I don't reuse it. I only downloaded it, I think, because somebody else said about it. But I don't think I've
Ian
used
says,
it.
can't wait for the Parameet. Nor can we. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a busy weekend, but I'm going to love it. Facebook user says the Ghost Finder is 25 for 25% off.
Oh no! Did you say what was it?
Paratech.
Yeah, I have got the app on it.
Ian
but
says yes, that's the one.
I've only used it the once, I think.
Yeah. Okay, here's a question for you. Sarah says, how many demons are there?
Oh, thousands.
There are
If you
thousands, but we are. Sorry, go on.
No, it's all right. I'm just going to say there's. If you read all the texts and all the books and stuff like that, they will tell you that there's thousands of them. You've got the 72 demons that are in the Lesser Keir Solomon. You've also then got lots of demons outside of that. And even if you just look at the demons inside the Lesser Keir Solomon, each demon sort of commands, it will tell you that they command, say, 30 legions of evil spirits, or 30 legions of demons, or 20 legions of spirits. So they're all supposed to command these legions of other demons, lesser demons. And so there's potentially supposed to be thousands and thousands of demons. And this is one of the things that sort of we've questioned. If there's so many demons around, and if you think there's how many billions of people on this planet, so you've got thousands and thousands of demons, you've got billions of people on the planet. Why do we not hear of more possessions, things of going wrong with demons and people and attachments and all this sort of stuff? Because you don't really hear an awful lot about it. So, that's one of the things that we also look into. So there are potentially thousands and thousands of demons, apparently.
But the Demon Connection series is focusing on the 72 demons from the Lesser Keir Solomon.
Yeah.
Once we've done them, we're going to move on to something else, which is equally, it's going to be just as exciting.
So there will be others sort of running parallel with that aren't in the Lesser Keir Solomon.
But it's going to take us quite a while to get to 72 anyway. So
yeah, we've only done 17. How long we've been doing it? Over a year.
Over a year. Ian says, I like the new Alice box on the iPhones, etc. I have downloaded it. I've not used it yet. Perhaps I will do. Jude says, what would the ratio potential be for humans and demons?
Well, don't know if I can work that out, but it depends how many. Well, I think that would be really difficult to work out, because you can't really put a number on how many demons there are, and I think the population's changing.
It's not known anyway, is it?
No.
It's not known anyway. Me personally think there's more evil human spirits than there are demons.
Yeah, and we've also got to remember that even all these books and texts and everything else about demons is man's interpretation of previous scriptures and stuff. This is interpretations of the Christian church, of the Catholic Church. It's also things have been interpreted and translated from old scriptures and old books and everything else like that. So we're really going on this on we can't really. It's one thing that we feel is we can't really put our faith in the say-so of a lot of these documents, because a lot of them are just handwritten by men who've probably just guessed or misinterpreted, or just wrote their own thing, really. I mean, look at King James I. He had a lot of things retranslated to fit his beliefs and his narrative about demons and witchcraft. So you're talking about human intervention here. If the demons had probably written all the scrolls and scriptures themselves, it would have a different story. But unfortunately, we've got the interference of man where all these documents are concerned.
Yeah, That's unfortunate, isn't it?
And of course, on the back of that, you've got people with a lot of power, Pope, churches, all that sort of thing, trying to influence you all into thinking that demons are bad.
Yeah. And that says, I got a paratech. It was going on and on with random words. So I said, this is rubbish. If you can tell me the name of who is in the next room, I'll believe you. And it did. So I turned it off. I agree with that, Neil. And that says, it wasn't misinterpreted. It was done on purpose to scare people to do what they were told. Yeah, you control the masses through fear, don't you? And the church has been doing that for countless thousands of years.
Yeah.
Any God figure who says you do as I say and pray to me is not a good God to me.
No, he's not your friend.
He's the friend of your money.
Yeah.
As you can tell, we're not very religious, are we?
No, I wouldn't say we're not religious. We're just open-minded and we're just trying to find the truth.
And I think we are with the Demon Files. I really think we are. Someone asked us a few weeks ago during one of our Demon Files live feeds, how do we know it's the demon actually talking to us? And to be honest, I said this before on another show, sometimes you go on a ghost investigation and you just know the spirit talking to you is lying to you, don't you?
Yeah.
I have not thought that on any of the Demon Files.
Right.
That they are lying to us.
Right.
In fact, it's the other way around. It's they tell us when we're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
As a group. So they are working with us so strong now, and it's, to me, it's hard to believe that we're getting this connection.
And some of the answers that we get are just mind blowing, really, through some of the equipment, because we've not influenced the answers, we've not sort of coerced the answers or anything like that. And some of the answers that they come out with are truly amazing, and some of the information they come out with is amazing.
And that says, not to me, I'd tell them to go and do one. Absolutely. And the biggest cause of war.
Yeah.
How many people have lost their lives through religion?
Millions. Absolutely millions.
Which doesn't ring good to me. Sarah says, okay, I've just downloaded Paraflix, gone with the £3.49 a month option. Brilliant. Thanks, Sarah. Check out some of the other shows. Obviously, when our show is ready to send to them, I've got to send it to America, and then I've got to have a meeting with them. Be nice if they jet me over to Los Angeles, wouldn't it?
No, it won't. They can't do that without me.
So then once Luke's done the video, obviously, I have to send it to Paraflix. Then it has to be approved, and then we sort of agree terms. Biff says demons are benevolent beings.
Yeah. I mean, we have sort of developed quite a picture of quite a good understanding of what demons are and what they're about. And all the writing, all the episodes that we've done have been written into one book, my little book. And as soon as I've got enough, I think I am actually going to put them in a proper book to be published, so people then can read for themselves our findings and our understandings and the experiments that we've done.
Yeah. I think it's Bloss says exactly. Religion has killed millions and millions of people, not just men, women and children.
But it's not only killed a lot of people, it's destroyed so much history and artifacts and stuff like that. And there's just so much stuff that's hidden that they just don't think we're ready to see, all in the vaults of the Vatican and in a lot of the museums.
Do you think we'll ever be invited to the Vatican? Perhaps
Me
in
and you.
perhaps in chains.
Ooh, it might burn as we go in, but maybe.
Biff says, I've always said religion is the biggest cause of conflicts and wars throughout time. It has. It's disgusting to me. And I watched a video on YouTube today actually about, and when you remember that Life of Brian came out,
Yeah.
Monty Python, they were interviewed on TV with a bishop and some other religious guy.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they were saying it, and you think, oh God, man, you're talking a load of crap here.
Yeah, it was just a film. It's just a story. Because they were saying it was derogatory towards Christ, wasn't it?
Blasphemous.
Yeah.
And it says, laugh out loud, put your foot down, Jane. I think that's about me going to Los Angeles.
Yeah, you can't go out
I think the meeting will be done by Zoom, personally. A lie has killed millions. Yeah, it has. And we're not preaching to people.
No.
But we just get our opinion. Biff says you'll only be invited to the Vatican to pop you in the vaults as well. And Annette says that's the only religious film I'll ever watch. It was good though, weren't it? I must admit, it
is good.
When they're all on the being crucified and they're singing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life."
Yeah. He's not coming out. He's a very naughty boy. Open shutters. Oh dear.
So yeah, any final comments? We've got about 10 minutes left.
Well, it's gone quick, hasn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, we at the minute we've got plans for putting 3 different series on Powerflix.
Yeah.
At the minute, and no doubt we'll think of others as well. Annette says it was so funny. Yeah, it was.
Anything to do with Monty Python, I always thought was funny anyway.
They were geniuses.
But that sort of humour, we
it's
will
gone
be,
now, isn't it?
Yeah, we won't really ever experience that sort of humour again because too many people are offended by it now.
Unfortunately. So yeah, any more comments? Yeah, while we're going a bit quiet, don't forget in September, towards the end of September, we do have our Parameet. The 3 ghost hunts that we're doing at the centre have all now sold out. Actually, on Sunday afternoon, I've sold too many because people kept asking me.
Yeah.
But we'll cope.
Also, before the Parameet, we've also got Dudley Castle as well, haven't we?
The week before.
Have you still got some tickets left for that?
The week before, if you'd like to go to Dudley Castle with me, Jane's not going. So if you want to fancy coming to Dudley Castle with me, Amy and I think Ant's going, let me know and you can book online. And it's going to be a good night. Vicky says, oops. Yeah, that's the reason. Vicky is the reason we've sold so many on the Sunday afternoon.
They're going to have a fantastic time.
It's going to be a great weekend. Afterlife Nights Paranormal are coming to the Parameet. That's fantastic. I think that's Eve's team. And also, if you like podcasts with paranormal chat and some good music, Hinckley Community Radio on Spreaker has lots of shows now. We've got lots of different shows coming up. I think Eve's going to do a show at 9:30 tonight. So have a listen to them. Jane and I do our Haunted Connection podcast on a Monday night.
Some fabulous music.
Chosen by me. And that said, it's a wonder I've not been arrested for stuff I come out with. Nothing wrong with that. Ian says, if you could buy a bit of equipment for ghost hunting, what would it be? Me personally, I like my dowsing rods. I'm not that big on apps. I'm not that big on all the electrical equipment. I like dads and rods, but the way Jane and I have always worked for many, many years is you'll speak to the spirit and you'll say, well, try this way, Neil, try the pendulum, don't you? And you did Sunday night. So I personally, I wouldn't buy any equipment. I just like my dads and rods.
I mean, for me, I like stuff that's not easily influenced by people as such. So things like the REM pod, stuff like that, that you can hear as well, that you can hear that's not touched by people. That's sort of my favourite.
The REM pod's interesting. And the piece of equipment I do like is a voice recorder, and I must admit we don't use them enough.
We don't, do we? I have actually got one in my bag.
Very, very rarely.
Very rare. I get it out.
Do we get the voice recorder out? And I don't know why. I just think we're just in the moment, especially with
lots of people have done voice recorders here, and they got some cracking EVPs, but we just don't seem to do it enough, really.
I don't know why.
I think for quite a long time we just used to use, I just sort of did the mediumship bit, and you just did the bits on your dowsing rods and other sort of other bits of equipment. We never really used to go a lot, very much on a lot of equipment, did we?
No. Ian says, yes, Vicky, you naughty girl. Laugh out loud. Yep. Vicky says, shouldn't I get a free plan? How dare you use that word? Free. Flipping heck, Vicky.
If there's one thing that really upsets him, it's using the word.
You've known me long enough now not to use that word. I think this is Eve. That's all I seem to say is fabulous.
That upsets him almost as much as wages.
I'm glad we're near the end of the show now. Jude says, I use myself and dads and rods mostly. That's great. I like personal experiences. If someone says to me, this has happened, I think that's fantastic. I don't need proof.
And I've found many a time in when we've been investigating that the simpler the equipment, whether it's like a pendulum or a dowsing rod or something like that, the simpler the equipment, the better the response can be from spirit, because they've not got to spend so much energy. Or if it's complicated, then it can. I think it can hold things up a bit, but the simpler the equipment, the better the communication can be, and the quicker it can be as well.
Yeah, we do have some idiot on. Just ignore them. Annette says old school is the best way.
But you click on him.
Ian said she should pay double. Vicky says, I know, Jane, that's why I said it. And then Annette says, I think mediumship is being lost with all the tech, and that is a shame. Yes, it is. I agree with you. So, dead right there. Let me just delete these comments because these just... He's a bit of a religion freak. Okay. If you notice, the TV shows don't tend to use mediumship like it should be used. I think, no disrespect to mediums, but mediumship is another tool.
Yeah.
And if it's used right, that's brilliant. I'm not saying we're perfect.
No, but you can see.
But we have been working together a long time. Like I said earlier, Jane will talk to the spirit and say, Neil, get your dowsing rods out, or get your pendulum out, or so. I think that's
there are some really good mediums out there, though, isn't there? I mean, on the TV, Help My House is Haunted, Ian Lawman, a very good medium, and before that, it was
Chris Fleming.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of the other one. We've spoke to him several times.
Barry John.
Barry John.
Barry
Yeah.
John.
Another very good
Brilliant
medium.
guy. Emma says, I'm still buzzing from my communication the other week. Yes, that was a good communication, wasn't it, Emma? If you look on our pages, Emma was the one talking where the table was moving in the attic.
Yeah.
We played some audio just before that I wouldn't put on the live on video, and it did stir things up. But the table was moving crazy, and we could not reproduce that. The table, it's a heavy table in that room. It's on carpet, and it was sliding across the carpet, and you just couldn't do that.
That's the same table that moved
It moved
for
Barry
Guy
Guy and the Haunted Live guys.
Yeah.
So, any final comments, everyone? Because we've got to go soon. So yeah, the Parameet, September 24th. If you want to come along, it's only £5 per ticket or a day pass. Lots of great speakers, including Jane and myself. We're going to open it. We've got Richard Felix, Paul Goddard. Paul Goddard is a past life regressionist, and he is offering, everybody comes to the Parameet, he is offering a discount past life regression experience online thing that you can do. So you can get a discount with Paul. We've got Kate Ray talking about the Fae. Always fascinating talking to Kay. We've chatted to her lots of times, haven't we?
Yeah.
Dylan Jones is a bit of a parapsychologist. He's a fascinating guy. Kate Sherrill, she talks about burials, Victorian
she
burials.
Does burials and beyond site, yeah.
Another interesting lady. Hazel Ford owns Haunted Happenings, possibly one of the biggest venue groups in the country. So that's going to be interesting talking to Hazel. Neil Story, he's going to be talking about vampires. No, Dracula. All about Dracula was a vampire, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to talk about Dracula. All these will be offered a table as well, so you can go and chat to them after their talks or before their talks. And all that sort of thing.
Yeah, so it's going to be tables.
Diane Pat from Spirit Watchers, she's going to be talking about her experiences.
So there's going to be stalls as well.
Yeah.
There's going to be tables where you can walk around and talk to people.
Emma says, see you in October, if not before. That's when we've got our next early Sunday night Ghost Sunday at the centre. Vicky says, did you manage to sort out campsite by any chance?
We have got a campsite in mind. We've just really got to go and see the guy and just sort of confirm what our requirements are. So that is in the pipeline.
Yeah. Annette says, wish I could come, but I'm now having to work 6 days a week to keep up with prices.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not good at the minute, is it, Annette? It's I saw on YouTube that they're on about doing like a strike on paying the gas electric. Try and make them bring the prices down. I think it's down to the government. The government's got to step in. Yeah, it's hard at the minute, and that's why we started at the centre doing a £15 per person ghost hunt here, because it is hard, and I think everyone's going to be hit hard, especially in October. Vicky says, can you let us know as soon as possible when you have info, pretty please?
Cool. Yeah.
We will. So, and that's about it tonight.
Yes.
And it says there will be a general strike. Yes, I think there will be. I think there should be.
Come the revolution.
I think there should be a revolution.
The people will speak.
There needs to be just something. It's the gap between the rich and the poor is growing wider, long, bigger and bigger, and we just can't do it. But what I've got to think of is the working man has the power. If we stick together, we get very political tonight.
You are.
Working class man, we do have the power. If we all stick together, we can do something.
I'm just seeing if Julie's left that soapbox behind somewhere.
Ian says yes, or will we be camping at Vicky's? Linda says about time. Vicky says, Ian McCabe told you if all else fails, we'll camp at mine. So that's it. We're going to go tonight. Thanks very much for all your comments. Like I said, if you want to keep up to date with the Demon Connections or the Demon Files, as it was, it's going to be on Powerflix Paranormal Network.
Yeah, but
soon.
We will let you know when it's happening.
You know me, I will let you all know way beforehand. Powerflix is great anyway. It is the biggest network for paranormal shows. So if you like your ghost hunts, filmed quite professionally, professionally produced, Powerflix is the place to go. It's a lot better than YouTube. No adverts. That's the big thing. So we're going to say goodnight. And we'll see you all again next week. So
yeah, so bye for now.
See you soon.